Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to associate myself with the thoughts of the good sponsor, Senator Raffy Tulfo, as he commemorated and celebrated and brought us face to face with the glaring needs of our times which are not given priority. Ako po ay nagagalak na ito po'y dinala sa national conversation dahil ito po ay mahalagang parte ng ating lipunan na sa dami po na nangyayari ay maaring hindi natin nabibigyan po ng pansin. Nag-uusap lang po kami ni Senator Joel Villanueva tungkol sa ganito at kailangan natin ng mga mag-aaral ng psychology. At ito po sana ay maari pa nating ihabol sa budget. Nakita ko merong amendment, I think it was Senate President. And I recall even before pandemic when I was Chair of Finance, pinopondohan niya yung medical doctors na mga scholars. I think it was your amendment. I saw an amendment yesterday na basta medical scholars. Sana maliban dyan ay yung mga nagsa-specialize sa psychology dahil kulang na kulang po yan. Pero when we talk about persons with disabilities, iba-iba yan eh. Iba syempre psychological, iba naman physical disability. At gusto ko lang po isa-add and to put on record na meron tayong mga batas na ginawa ko po sa aking first term. Nandyan po ako nakaupo, katabi ko si Senator Juan Flavier na doktor. Ito po yung pag-check ng bata sa pagkapanganak, newborn screening. Ito po ay makakatulong kung malaman natin ng maaga kung may kapansanan ba. Hindi ko na matanto o maalala ngayon yung eksakto. I'll ask my staff because it was my first term. May pangalawa pa, newborn hearing screening. Sa pagdinig naman, at ito ay drinaft sa akin ni Dr. Charlotte Chong na ngayon ay Chancellor, I think, ng UP PGH, UP Manila, na naipasa natin. The newborn screening, can you check the bill for me, the law? Newborn Screening Act of 2004. Tayo po ay nag-author nito with Senator Juan Flavier, Dr. Flavier. Ito ba ho'y napapatupad kaya? At ang siniscreen nito, i-check mo. Siniscreen nito, I think yung sa dugo ng bata, if I'm not mistaken, I'm having it checked. Tapos yung newborn hearing screening, ito naman po kung may kapansanan sa pagdidinig. Dahil may mga bata po na lumalaki, tapos minsan nagagalit minsan ng magulang o yung mentor o what. Tikas naman ang ulo mo. Sabihin ganun. Or bakit ka hindi ka makarinig? But they do not realize that the child could be challenged or within autism sphere, pero ito pong binabanggit ko sa hearing screening ay may kapansanan sa pandinig. Kaya po tayo din ay tumulong sa UPPGH na merong po under the ear department para po sa hearing screening. Dalawang batas po ito. I bring it to the record. I'm not certain if the good sponsor will be able to answer it, whether these two laws are being implemented by DOH in all DOH retained hospitals, in all LGU hospitals. Kasi siniscreen po ito para malaman kung may kapansanan sila. Can you check the first screening law? What does it Okay. The first, here, very good, Senator Risa. Thank you. The first Newborn Screening Act, RA 92008. Buti pa, Senator Risa, mabilis ang binigay sa akin. Opo. I wrote this in 98, of course, with my seatmate, Dr. Flavier. It establishes a national program for screening newborns for treatable genetic and metabolic disorders to prevent mental retardation. Kayang may prevent serious health complications and death by ensuring early detection and management of these conditions through a simple dugo lang, blood test, performed within 24 to 70 hours after birth. I am grateful to Senator Risa Ontiveros for giving me this. She is even 10 times quicker than my younger staff from UP.
But the question, Mr. President,
Yes.
is it being done now?
Ginagawa ba ho ito? Dahil,
Yes. Ginagawa po ba yan?
ay, opo, yun po ang sagot nyo, ginagawa po at sinusunod po.
Ako po magtatanong sana kasi
Na,
kayo
yun
po
mo ang
nagpasa
gusto
ng
kong
batas yan.
malaman. This is a
Kasi napakaganda po niyan, ha? Napakagandang screening yung mga nabanggit nyo.
Yes. This was a bill I filed in 1998, enacted in 2004 with my mentor, Dr. Juan Flavier.
So meron pong blood test na kinukuha doon sa baby para malaman kung may retardation at meron pa ibang problema. But is it being done by all hospitals across the board?
Dapat po, na italaga po ng batas 21 years ago, isang prick po ng blood, malalaman na po sa lahat ng pampublikong ospital.
Maybe sa private ginagawa po yan, siguro sa public
dapat
hindi.
Pati sa private.
Yes.
At dapat sakop to ng PhilHealth. Yes. Dapat, yan. Newborn screening yan. Tapos, eventually, sa second term ko po, yung newborn hearing screening, ito naman po, yung may kapansanan po sa pagdinig. Yun. Yes. The name of the bill is the Universal Newborn Screening and Intervention Act. What is this? This is the second screening. This is for hearing. Yes. Yung pandinig po, 2009. But the first screening is for blood, not for hearing, but for mental retardation or other illnesses. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng metabolic? Maybe someone else can explain to me. So my question, first, I commend you, Mr. Sponsor, for bringing this to the national conversation. Second, to ensure, sayang tapos na ang DOH interpellations. Nandyan ang chair, si Senator Pia, and all the advocates here, dapat pinapatupad ng ating pampublikong ospital, lalo naman ang mga pribado.
Yeah, sa ngayon, Mr. President, hindi po pinapatupad yan. Wala po ako narinig mula sa mga lumalapit sa akin para magtanong at magbigay ng inputs na it never been implemented from the get-go, simula nung maging bata siya. So maybe sa private, siguro choice yun, dagdag bayad, pero sa public, hindi po pinapatupad yung kukunan ng blood test.
Senator Tulfo, thank you for this. Will you join me in asking PhilHealth to mandate the free newborn screening and the newborn hearing screening?
Yes.
To implement the laws, dapat po ay may sakop na.
Okay, we'll
anyway,
do that, Mr. President.
It should be covered. Anyway, I also was able to pass the bill as principal author, RA 11228, providing for the mandatory field health coverage for all PWDs. Ako po'y principal author nito in 2019 sa third term. Kasi I remember my laws and my bills based on my term. Newborn screening, first term with Dr. Flavier. Newborn hearing screening, second term, 2007, past 2009, Charlotte Chong. Dr. Chong was the one who drafted it for me. Now, on my third term, ito po yung providing mandatory PhilHealth coverage for all PWDs. So, kung ang PWD ay covered po ng PhilHealth, dapat yung pag-monitor or prevention sa pagka-PWD sa screening ay masakop din.
Yes.
So it should be covered by 11228, that's Republic Act, right?
Yes.
Do you agree?
I do agree.
I would not readily accept the answer if I may say this, that DOH does not implement the newborn hearing screening and the newborn screening. Baka naman kanilang ini-implement ito. Thank you, Senator Risa, is feeding me the information. Newborn screening is implemented according to this information in both public and private hospitals in the Philippines as a national public health program mandated by Newborn Screening Act of 2004. I'm glad. But sometimes, nakalagay lang to sa Wikipedia, Google, etc. sa impormasyon. Pero hindi talaga ginagawa ng PhilHealth. Pero sabi dito, covered daw ang newborn screening. It's a covered benefit under the newborn care
covered
package.
but not being implemented, Mr. President. I believe.
The information, perhaps Senator Pia Cayetano can enlighten us on this, because based on my information, they do that for newborn, premature born babies.
Dapat lahat
Doon
po
ginagawa sa ang hearing and screening mandatory.
Yes.
For premature born babies.
Premature lang. It's supposed to cover all. Yes, Senator Pia Cayetano.
Senator Cayetano,
I
you
hope you can help us with this.
A little bit of history also. Senator Lauren, we didn't know each other yet then, but my dad was your colleague in the Senate, and I gave birth to a child with rare disease. And so Dr. Menchit Padilla, who was lobbying for that bill, told me about it because she was my geneticist when we discovered that my child would be born with a rare disease called trisomy 13. So anyway, when I became a senator, because the law had already passed, I became very active in helping all the rare diseases. We have a new law, the rare disease law, which supports that.
Yes.
And I can inform the body that we provide funding to, it's through UP Manila National Institute of Health, NIH, no? We've continued funding the clinics that I think they're like pilot clinics that train all, the goal is to train all doctors to recommend newborn screening and to have the ability to spot potential rare diseases. And even without that, if they have the newborn screening, it will filter and recognize many, but it will not cover all because there are so many rare diseases, Mr. President. So bottom line is, it is a DOH item. I recalled in the past that we put funding because it was discussed. So I remember funding 22, 23, 24, and I'm double checking for 20.
I hope it's covered in the
2026. It should be, because normally it would be highlighted to me as the in charge of their budget if hindi natuloy yung funding. So alam ko tuloy-tuloy ang funding non. And then I also want to respond to Her Honor and for the benefit of the sponsor that as for the newborn hearing
screening,
I also recommended the budget for that. I'm just checking now if it was carried by the Finance Committee, but because I remember asking why, bakit nasa UP to? Because UP is the one implementing the newborn hearing screening.
Yes.
So I'm just checking
if it was carried. Why is it in UP? Because this bill was initiated by Dr. Charlotte Chong, and the draft was given.
Manila.
And they have in UPPGH, they established the HERE Institute. It's another bill that Dr. Flavier and I authored. So there's a standalone, supposedly, HERE Institute in UPPGH. But I'm grateful for your answer. However,
so may I just clarify for the information of the body? So this is not a PhilHealth initiative. It's DOH.
Yes.
Because this is like immunization. It is not PhilHealth. It's DOH. So DOH is the one that has the funding. I'm checking if there's enough funding. They're the ones who are going to implement this. Hindi to kailangan na maging PhilHealth benefit kasi kasama to dun sa health programs na nire-roll out ng DOH.
Therefore, if there is no funding from DOH, if it is not in their NEP or adjusted, there is no newborn screening. It should be, because it's mandated by law. But as we know, laws in this country are merely recommendations. But again, based on a 2019 law, which I principally authored, I mandated all PWDs to be covered by PhilHealth. This is a preventive measure to monitor possible disability. So it must be covered by PhilHealth. So,
Mr. President, okay.
Sponsor.
Not only that, ang isa pang nakita kong problema, yung mga nanay na buntis na mga may hirap, wala silang kakayahan, wala silang pera na para magpa-check up kung kumusta na po yung binubuntis nila. Yung early intervention ba, malalaman agad na, yung bata mo, yung anak mo may problema. Pag pinanganak yan, ito yung mangyayari sa kanya. So these parents, or this parent o mother na mahirap, na hindi nakapunta sa mga center, o minsan lang pupunta sa mga center, at ang susunod na punta, pag nanganak na, wala silang kakayahan kasi para ipa-check up yung kanilang pagbubuntis, and then pag sila nanganak, pupunta na doon sa hilot para doon manganak, hindi supposed to sa hospital. At kapag sa hospital, doon papasok yung sinasabi nyo, kunan ng blood test para ma-check kung meron bang problema yung bata. So, paano na yung mga bata na pinanganak sa pinanganak sa mga madrona?
Yes. So, my question is, ito ba ho, dapat po, sa aking kaalaman, dahil batas po ito na mula 204, dapat po yan sakop sa pribado o sa pampubliko dahil mandated po ng lahat ng newborn, hindi lang premature, ay tinuturukan.
So dapat meron tayong monitoring system from now on.
24 to 72
we make
hours.
sure na that is being implemented.
Opo. Doon makita yung dugo, ito okay po. Ito ay may possibility para maagapan ng magulang kung may kakayanan, kung hindi, tulungan. Diba?
So titingnan po natin sa mga bill ng mga mother ng pinanganak, ng anak.
We can ask,
kung kasama doon sa bill yung, kasi covered yan, di ba, ng PhilHealth, yung screening ng mga bata, yung blood test to make...
No, sir, hindi po kailangan... In-explain ko nga, no, na it is a DOH program. It is not PhilHealth. So by law, this should be available in all hospitals. And I'm just checking what is the budget. Kasi the initial budget that was requested, I don't know how many years ago, was to train the doctors and the technicians who will be conducting the newborn screening. The idea was lahat ng public hospitals natin and even clinics would be able to implement the newborn screening. So I'm just checking now if the budget is sufficient to ensure that lahat ng public hospital can provide for newborn screening. Kasi kung tatanungin niyo ako, pati LGU hospitals, kasi nga that's the first line. But also to address His Honor's concern, lahat din po ng buntis, pwede rin ho pumunta kahit ho sa health center. So kung meron tayong report na hindi nakakapagbigay ng prenatal support, sabihin sa atin, masumbong natin sa DOH because matagal na hong program yon. All of them have access. And those who are even part of the 4Ps, then they even will get 350 na we reported to the body yesterday that the Chairman of the Committee on Finance and I both supported a 900 million peso increase so that the 4Ps beneficiaries will now get 700 pesos a month instead of the 350 precisely to support the first 1,000 days. And kasama sa first 1,000 days yung 9 months na pagbubuntis. Okay. And included din doon, specifically ang newborn screening, if is indicated, hindi mo matatanggap yung 4Ps mo. Pag let's say, tinatanggap mo yung 4Ps benefit mo, 350, buntis ka, tapos nanganak ka, hindi mo pina-newborn screening. Ano yun? Liability mo yun. Because these are, remember the 4Ps law is put into place, the program is put into place to incentivize behavior. And the behavior we want to incentivize is that mothers bring their infants and themselves to a healthcare professional and then later on bring them to school. So health and education. Kaya kasama yun.
So conceptually, yes, everything looks good, but we want to make sure that LGU hospitals and DOH retained hospitals and all others do this actually because it's a DOH mandate because it's a 21-year-old law. And so I wanted to put that on record. Pero isa lang po yan sa maraming maaring kapansanan, no? Disability ng ating mga anak at mga bata. And I join you in asking for more government support and for a strong oversight function on the implementation of already existing laws.
Thank you, Sen. Lauren. Thank you, Sen.
Siguro po, if I may, dahil galing po kayo sa media, importante po, oo, tayo po, ay importante rin sa komunikasyon ay ang pag-handle po ng communications tungkol sa persons with disability, yung tamang language, tamang pagtrato, both physically in the newsroom or even how they convey it on mainstream media and in social media with due respect just like the LGBT community, the PWD as well should be treated with respect and with a correct language. Should be part of a communications plan. Let's say of PCO, for example.
I agree, Mr. President.
So I thank Senator Pia Cayetano for assuring us that the newborn screening is being implemented by DOH. We will follow up with DOH itself if indeed they are fulfilling their mandated duty. I am grateful to the sponsor, Senator Tulfo.
Me as well, I would like to thank Senator Pia Cayetano. Nung marinig ko yung Project Aruga, nagulat ako kasi hindi ko talaga alam. Sabi ko, napakagandang programa. That's why I have this privileged speech dahil dun sa nakuha kong informasyon sa kanya dun sa Project Aruga during the budget deliberation.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Kailangan lang ma-enhance.
Can I continue? Just because I'm already standing, but there might be a list, so I don't want to get in the way of anyone else. Or ituloy ko na lang, okay lang ba?
Yes, please finish your intervention.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. President. Very quickly, because I was monitoring as I was on my way here. Thank you for the very topic that's very close to my heart. I'm always happy when I hear that there are other colleagues who have a heart for those with disabilities. As I said, I had a child with a disability, a very severe disability, and he did not live. He did not even live to his first birthday. That's why this is really my passion and my actually, I probably became a senator because of that child of mine. So having said that, I just want to be clearer in my response on the DOH role and PhilHealth. So the role of DOH, which was the part I got involved with in the funding, was really to train the doctors, the health workers to ensure that the newborns have newborn screening, no? And to facilitate the establishment of these newborn screening facilities in key areas. That is the role of DOH. That is the budget that I said that I recall that consistently I see we have. But as I said, that is to establish those centers. So currently those centers are in, the response given to me is major hospitals. So sabi ko, sino yung major hospitals na yun? Because they cannot even tell us that it is all hospitals. But having said that, if it is not, so for the benefit of the public that His Honor would probably like to share with his viewers, if it is not in a major hospital near you, then you can go to any hospital, including that major hospital, including a private hospital. And there is a PhilHealth coverage of 2,950 pesos that will pay for the newborn screening. But if you are a PPP, 4-piece beneficiary, then covered na yon, tama ba? Then covered na yon. So anyway, thank you for this topic kasi yung sagot din na nakukuha natin comes in trickle. So, nag-increase na pala. Hindi na pala 2,950. It's now 5,752. So I will tie this up into the ZBB. So supposedly, kahit na 2,000 pa yung bigay ng PhilHealth o 5,000, if the ZBB will be implemented, the zero balance billing, then that means wala na silang babayaran na balanse. Which goes back to what I will raise during the period of amendment na siguraduhin natin na may pondo ang PhilHealth pambayad ng lahat ng sinasabi natin na pasok sa ZBB. So thank you for bringing this up, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Pia.
I thank Senator Pia Cayetano for that. As I said, we can all do our audits on the ground. I'm checking now with Angel Salazar Hospital in San Jose Antique. I'll check with other hospitals whether they actually do this. Number one, DOH must do it because it's a 21-year-old law. Number two, PhilHealth must cover it because of zero balance billing and because a 2019 law mandated the coverage of all PWDs. And I think if you extend the interpretation of that law, it should include the prevention or knowing ahead of time of a possible disability. I'm grateful to your honors for bringing this to the plenary today, and rest assured of our continuing monitoring and support for our persons with disability. And thank you to Senator Risa Ontiveros for giving me the notes I needed.
Assessment.
Thank you.
Mr. President, before we recognize
Mr.
our other
President,
colleagues.
just last point, just to inform the body also, because the sponsor of this privileged speech is very interested. The SWD has another program. It's called DARE. It's the Development, Assessment, Rehabilitation, and Empowerment Caravan. They go all over the country with all kinds of the different professionals, specifically to target the special needs of in different families.
Thank you. That was mentioned in my privilege speech earlier. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Senator Pio.
Mr. President, before we recognize Senator Risa Ontiveros to interpolate, we'd just like to acknowledge some guests in the gallery, Mr. President. We have with us our distinguished colleague from the House of Representatives, Congressman Carlo Oyo Uy of the 1st District of Davao del Norte. And we also have a poet, fictionist, translator, and filmmaker, Christian Cordero, and Karina Bolasco, director of Ateneo de Manila University Press, guest of Senator Lauren Legarda. So, Mr. President, I move that we recognize
the guests to the Senate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I move that we recognize Senator Risa Ontiveros.
Senator Risa Ontiveros is recognized.
Salamat po, Mr. President. Just a point of information to add to the discussions between the good gentleman from Isabela and the good gentlewomen from Antique and Taguig and Pateros respectively. Para po sa kabatiran ng ating mga kababayang mga magulang, mga malapit ng mga anak, at mabalitaan, marinig po itong pag-uusap natin tungkol sa newborn screening. So dagdag na impormasyon lamang, the newborn screening for certain diseases is funded by PhilHealth. So particularly po merong basic NBS or newborn screening panel tests para sa congenital hypothyroidism, congenital adrenal hyperplasia, glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency o G6PD, galactosemia o GAL, at saka phenylketonuria or PKU. And recently, Mr. President, in-expand po ng PhilHealth ang coverage nila sa newborn screening para sa mga posibleng medical conditions ng ating mga baby. So now, the expanded newborn screening test na covered po ng PhilHealth will also be able to detect endocrine, amino, and fatty acid disorders, organic acid, urea cycle defect, cystic fibrosis, hemoglobinopathies, biotinidase deficiency, and other disorders. So, dagdag na point of information lamang po, Mr. President, good gentleman.
If I may add, Mr. President,
Salamat po, Mr. President.
not only treatment that do we need to get focused on, but also research and studies needed para ma-address itong proper care and proper treatment for children with disabilities. Yan po siguro isa pa sa pagtutunan ko na pag gumawa ko ng bill, bukod sa budget. Of course, dapat magkaroon ng budget pertaining to that. But also very important is yung budget na mapupunta, malaking chunk of that budget should go to studies and research on the proper treatment and care for children with disabilities. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. May we recognize also our distinguished colleague from Tarlac and Pampanga, Senator Rodante Marcoleta.
Senator Dante Marcoleta is recognized.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. President. Mr. President, meron po tayong batas, itong Republic Act 11650, na kung tawagin po natin ay Act Instituting a Policy of Inclusion and Services for Learners with Disabilities in support of inclusive education. Sang-ayon po sa Section 13 itong batas na ito, Mr. President, ito po ay naglalaman ng program support budget na kung babasahin po natin ay ganito po ang nakasulat dito. To ensure the institutionalization of services for learners with disabilities, a PSB, meaning to say program support budget for learners shall be included as a line item in the general appropriations of the DepEd. I'd like to find out, Mr. President, dito po sa ating pinag-uusapan o kinukonsider na 2026 budget, particularly on DepEd, meron po bang line item ang PSB, Mr. President? Sang-ayon po sa itinatakda ng batas na ito.
I'm gonna look into it, Mr. President. Right now, I'm not aware of that line item in our NEP, Mr. President, but I'll going to look into it, Mr. President.
Kasi po, Mr. President, napansin ng representasyon na ito na meron po tayong budget for learning materials for learners with disabilities. Pero wala pong specific line item allocation, halimbawa, doon sa child fine system. Ito po ay napaka-importante, Mr. President, kasi kung wala naman itong child fine system, hindi rin po natin malulocate o ma-identify kung ilan po yung mga mag-aaral natin na merong disabilities sa buong bansa, kung nasa ang eskwela po sila. At hindi rin po natin malalaman kung ilan ang mga naka-enroll sa mga eskwelahan. So mahihirapan po tayo kahit na alam natin na napaka-importanting masuportahan po natin lahat. Ngunit kung hindi naman po natin alam kung sino-sino sila at kung nasaan sila, sapagkat wala nga pong line item na nakalagay sa budget, ito naman po itinatadhana ng batas, mahihirapan po tayo, Mr. President. This representation tried since last week to inquire from the LBRMO kung talaga pong nakapaglagay ang DepEd ng line item ayon po sa itinatadhana ng batas. Ngunit hanggang ngayon po ay mukhang sila'y nahihirapan din na tingnan mula sa DepEd. Parang wala nga po, Mr. President.
Mr. President, meron po. Ito pala, DepEd budget 100 million pesos for 2026 sa NEP, Provision of Learning Resources for Learners with Disabilities.
Sa NEP po yun, Mr. President. Kung titignan po ninyo sa HGAB, nawala po yun. Yun po yung hinahanap natin.
Ayun, na magic.
At ang nakikita po nating malinaw, materialis po for learners for disabilities. Maliwanag po yun. Ngunit kung ang pag-uusapan natin para malocate po natin, nasaan po lahat ang mga mag-aaral po nating may disabilities, wala po tayong magagamit na pantustos dyan sapagkat wala po yung child fine system. Hindi lamang po yun, Mr. President, sana'y nagkakamali po ako pero wala rin po yung hiring of specialists for diagnosis and assessment of LWDs and the prescription of appropriate intervention. Sana nagkakamali din po ako, Mr. President, na wala din po yung to defray expenses in the delivery of related services stated in Section 4P. Ito nga po yung sa transportation and various developmental, corrective and other support services for student with disabilities. Mr. President, kung wala po ang line item na ito na napaka-importante, kahit na po magsama-sama tayong lahat dito, ipahayag natin ang ating interes na tulungan ang ating mga mag-aaral na may disabilities, ngunit may kakulangan po sapagkat na maring nakaligtaan po. Napaka-importante po ng line item na ito. Mr. President, kaya ko lamang po sinubukan na maalaman talaga. Sana po ay makita na po natin. Kahit na po tapos na yung individual amendments, Mr. President, siguro po ay ang representasyong ito isusulat sa ating chairman para sa ganon makahanap pa po tayo ng fiscal space. Nakita ko po kasi yung opisina po ng PCO na nagka-doble-doble po yung paglalagay po nila ng gastusin tungkol sa pag-uos natin ng ASEAN. binabalak ko po na meron po akong dinrap na sulat, baka sakaling doon po natin makita. Kung sakasakaling, ito pong tatlong items na ito ay talagang hindi na ilagay na line item sa ating na kinukonsider for 2026, Mr. President. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President. Maraming salamat.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. President, I would like to thank the Senator from Tarlac for raising that issue, and I promise, Mr. President, to my colleagues that after this, I would confer with the chairman, committee chair sa Public Health at saka sa DSWD as well as Finance Committee Chair para pag-usapan ito yung mga budget na karapat-dapat para matugunan itong mga pinag-usapan natin dito. Tulad sinabi nga ni Senator Marcoleta na walang saysay itong pinag-usapan natin paano tayo susuporta dito sa mga magagandang programa natin pamalaan kung nawawala naman daw yung budget at wala naman daw sa NEP, if correct me if I'm wrong. So that has to be addressed right away. Thank you for that, for being a keen observant on that matter, the good senator from Tarlac. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move that the speech of the gentleman from Isabela and Davao, Senator Tulfo, together with all the interpellations, be referred to the Committee on Health and Demography. So
referred.
Oh, same topic, Mr. President. So I move. I withdraw my motion, Mr. President, so that the good Senate President may also weigh in on the.
No, in fact, Mr. President, I was going to support your motion, but I wanted to know where you would want to refer the speech of the gentleman, Senator Tulfo.
It was to the Committee on Health and Demography, sir.
Okay, because
would you want an additional reference?
Yes, Mr. President.
Or referral?
I filed Senate Bill 194. It was last July. This is an act recognizing difference in neurodevelopment, upholding the rights of neurodivergent people, and instituting a national care and support plan for neurodiversity. Now, it was referred to the Committee on Social Justice and the Committee on Health secondarily. So may I know if that is the proper thing to do on this particular speech? Would it be health or social justice first?
May I ask for a minute suspension, Mr. President, just to make sure we
Session is suspended.